Delimitation of Constituencies Bill 2021 passed in Jatiya Sangsad, giving power to Election Commission to make rules. Country's educational institutes set to be reopened from September 12. Final decision to be taken tomorrow. Not government, BNP itself making absurd comments against absolute truth of history regarding Zia's dead body, comments Obaidul. Call of mass movement does not suit Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, as leaders and workers of his party have no confidence on his call, says Information Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Students from 12 to 18 years of age to be vaccinated with Pfizer and Moderna jabs, says Health Minister. Taliban claim to capture Panjshir Valley in Afghanistan, but rebels deny. Announcement of new government postponed for 7 days. And Bangladesh to take on New Zealand tomorrow in third T20 match with hope of clinching the series. Assalamu alaikum. You're watching News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. I am Nuzhat Sharmin welcoming you all. You just had the headlines. Now we'll move on to news in details. The Delimitation of Constituencies Bill 2021 has been passed in the Jatiya Sangsad today, empowering the Election Commission to enact rules under the law. In addition, Gandhi Ashram Board of Trustees Bill 2021 and Bangladesh Legal Practitioners and Bar Council Amendment Bill 2021 have also been passed in the House. All the three bills placed by Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Anisul Haq have been passed in voice vote unanimously. The session began with Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry in the chair. Earlier, Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul placed Highways Bill 2021 in order to replace Highways Act 1925 in an effort to bring discipline on roads. Later, the bill was sent to the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Road Transport and Bridges Ministry for scrutiny. Besides, the Parliamentary Standing Committee on the Planning Ministry has placed its first report in the Parliament. The Jatiya Sangsad session will resume on 14 September. Awami League candidate Habibur Rahman Habib won the Sylhet 3 by-poll held today in unofficial results, beating his nearest rival Jatiya Party's Atikur Rahman Atik by a huge margin. Voting through the electronic voting machine began at 8 a.m. in 149 centres and continued till 4 p.m. without any break. The constituency fell vacant after its MP Mahmood Samad Chaudhry succumbed to COVID on March 11. The by-poll was deferred twice due to a surge in COVID-19 cases. Primary, secondary and higher secondary education institutions may be reopened from September 12th. Final decision in this regard will be taken at an interministerial meeting tomorrow. All our preparations are being taken at all education institutions to resume academic activities in this regard. According to authorities concerned, teachers and students have to strictly maintain health safety guidelines in schools and colleges. On Thursday, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in Parliament directed authorities concerned to reopen schools and colleges soon. A day later, Education Minister Dr. Deepu Moni said she was hopeful of reopening education institutions on September 12th. Directorate Generals of Secondary and Higher Secondary Education and Primary Education have said that preparations are underway to that end. In the meantime, most teachers have been vaccinated. Government has a plan to vaccinate students above 12 years. Meanwhile, government has directed authorities concerned to reopen all medical colleges from September 13. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul said it is not government but the BNP blabbering being faced with the harsh reality of history over the dead body of Zia. He said this at a briefing at his residence today. Retaliating to BNP's Secretary General's statement saying government going bankrupt is blabbering on Zia's dead body, the Awami League General Secretary said failing to win elections, organizing movement and by being rejected by the people, BNP now is deeply buried in despair. He said BNP's irritation started after seeing countrymen getting vaccinated. He also said every citizen will get inoculated in turn. BNP fails to see any achievement of government for its negative politics, Obaidul added.
BNP মহাসচিব বলেছেন সরকার নাকি দেউলিয়া হয়ে জিয়ার কবর ও লাশ নিয়ে আবল তাবল বকছে। আসলে সরকার নয়, বিএনপি জিয়ার লাশ নিয়ে ইতিহাসের অমোঘ সত্যের মুখোমুখি দাঁড়িয়ে আবল তাবল বকছে। নির্বাচন ও আন্দোলনে জনগণ দ্বারা প্রত্যাখ্যাত হয়ে বিএনপি এখন হতাশার গভীর সাগরে নিমজ্জিত। ক্ষমতা নির্ভর দল বিএনপি দীর্ঘদিন ক্ষমতা না থাকায় হতাশ হতে হতে এখন তারা স্বাভাবিক রাজনীতিও করতে পারছে না। সরকারের বিশুদ্ধার করতে গিয়ে হতাশ বিএনপি আসলে এখন আবল তাবল বকছে। সরকার নাকি দুর্নীতির কারণে অধিক সংখ্যক মানুষকে টিকা দিতে ব্যর্থ, এটা তাদের চিরাচরিত কাল্পনিক অভিযোগ। বিএনপির মহাসচিবকে বলবো ঢালাওভাবে অভিযোগ না করে সুনির্দিষ্টভাবে তথ্য প্রমাণ দেন। টিকা নিয়ে তারা এক এক সময় এক এক রকম বলে জনগণকে বিভ্রান্ত করার অপচেষ্টা করে। তাদের অনেকেই শুধু প্রথম ডোজ নয়, দ্বিতীয় ডোজও নিয়েছেন। এখন যখন দেশের জনগণ টিকা পেতে শুরু করেছে, পর্যায়ক্রমে সরবরাহ পাবে, এটা দেখে তাদের গাত্রদাহ শুরু হয়ে গেছে।
Information and Broadcasting Minister and Awami League Joint General Secretary Dr. Hassan Mahmood has said BNP leaders and activists have no confidence in the speech of Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. That's why the word of mass movement do not suit his mouth. Hassan Mahmood said this in response to a question by the journalists after the Bangladesh Press Council award giving ceremony at Totho Bhavan in the capital today.
Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir Sahib যখন ছাত্রদলের কয়েকশো নেতাকর্মী, ছাত্রদল যুবদলের কয়েকশো নেতাকর্মী আর সঙ্গে কিছু টোকাইকে সামনে নিয়ে বলেন গণ অভ্যুত্থান করতে হবে, তখন পাগলও হাসে। এবং এই কথা তারা গত 12.5 বছর ধরে বলে আসছে। আসল সত্যটা হচ্ছে মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেবদের কথায় এখন কর্মীরাও সাড়া দেয় না, তাদের কর্মীরাও সাড়া দেয় না, তাদের উপর কর্মীদেরও কোনো আস্থা নাই। বাংলাদেশে মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনার নেতৃত্বেই গণতন্ত্র প্রতিষ্ঠিত হয়েছে এবং বাংলাদেশে বহুদলীয় গণতন্ত্র বিদ্যমান আছে। সংসদে বিএনপিরও প্রতিনিধি আছে, অন্যান্য দলের প্রতিনিধি আছে এবং প্রতিনিয়ত সকাল বিকাল দুপুর সন্ধ্যাবেলা বিএনপি যেভাবে আমাদের বিরুদ্ধে বিষোদ্গার করে, মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেব তো দিনে কয়েকবার কথা বলে। বাংলাদেশে যেমন বহুমাত্রিক বহুদলীয় গণতন্ত্র যেমন আছে, একই সাথে বাক স্বাধীনতাও বাংলাদেশে যেভাবে আছে সেটি অনেক উন্নয়নশীল দেশের জন্য উদাহরণ। আর মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেবরা এগুলো বলে বলে নিজেদের ব্যর্থতাটা ঢাকতে চান।
Bangladesh Press Council Panel Chairman Advocate Syed Rezaur Rahman presided over the function, while State Minister for Information and Broadcasting Dr. Murad Hassan, Information Secretary Mohammad Mokbul Hussain, Senior Journalist Iqbal Subhan Chaudhry, Noem Nizam and Director General of Bangla Academy Poet Nurul Huda spoke among others. Journalist Syed Ishtiaq Reza presented the keynote paper in the program. Health and Family Welfare Minister Zahid Malik has said students aged 12 to 18 years will be given corona vaccines of Pfizer and Moderna, while other students aged above 18 years will be vaccinated by any company available. He said this while visiting a center of comprehensive examination organized by Bangladesh Nursing and Midwifery Council in the Dhaka today. The health minister said vaccination program for the students of schools and colleges will continue following enough stock of vaccine and guideline of the World Health Organization. He said recruitment of nurses has been increased and more nurses will be recruited as the ratio of doctors and nurses to increase. Bangladesh reported 61 COVID-19 deaths and 1,743 new infections in the last 24 hours. Directorate General of Health Services DGHS in its routine daily statement today said the death toll has risen to 26,493 from coronavirus and the tally of infections has risen to 15,12,026. The recovery count rose to 14,46,003 after another 3,421 patients recovered. The statement said 9.82% of 17,750 samples tested positive. DGH's statistics showed of the people infected from the beginning, 95.63% recovered and 1.75% died. The statement said of the 61 deaths, 2 are between 21 to 30 years, 6 are between 31 to 40 years, 7 are between 41 to 50 years, 14 are between 51 to 60 years, 14 are between 61 to 70 years, 11 are between 71 to 80 years, 5 are between 81 to 90 years, and 2 are between 91 to 100 years. 30 out of the 61 people who died were male, while 31 were female. DGHS informed that 32 people died in Dhaka division, 13 people died in Chattogram division, 4 died in Rajshahi division, 6 died in Khulna division, 2 died in Borishal division, 1 died in Sylhet division, 2 died in Rangpur division, and 1 died in Mymensingh division. Feature film Chironji Mooji, based on Oshamapto Attojiboni, the unfinished memoirs, an autobiography by Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, has received the uncut censor certificate. Bangladesh Film Censor Board members took the decision after watching a show of the film yesterday. The film, dedicated by Bangabandhu's daughters Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and Sheikh Rehana, made under the banner of Haider Enterprise, will be released very soon. Prime Minister's speechwriter Nazrul Islam directed the film. The film features, among others, Ahmed Rubel, the main character, Purnima, Khairul Alam Shobuj, late S.M. Mohsin, Dilara Zaman, Azad Abul Kalam, Shatabdi Wadud, Shomu Chaudhry, Arman Parvez Murad, Shahjahan Shamrat, late Salim Ahmed, and Joel Mahmood. Now international news. The fate of Afghanistan's Panjshir Valley, the final holdout against Taliban control, hangs in the balance as heavy fighting continues. Taliban sources told the media that they had seized the area, but the resistance fighters they are battling denied this. One of the resistance leaders, Amrullah Saleh, dismissed claims he had fled. The fighting in Panjshir is reported to have left hundreds dead. Meanwhile, quoting Taliban source news agencies, Reuters said the announcement of a new government would be pushed back to the next week. Taliban co-founder Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar reported by some Taliban sources to be in line to lead the new government. COVID-19 global death toll crosses 45,71,000 and over 22 crore 8,37,000 people have been infected globally. Besides, more than 19 crore 73,82,000 people have recovered from the virus so far. Meanwhile, the US has now 4 crore 7,03,000 confirmed cases and over 6,65,000 deaths. India now has 3 crore 29,44,000 confirmed cases and over 4,40,000 deaths. Now news on sports. Bangladesh will face New Zealand in the third T20 of the 5-match series tomorrow in Mirpur. The match will start at 4 p.m. at Shere Bangla National Cricket Stadium. Bangladesh Television BTV will telecast the match live. Earlier, the Tigers beat the Kiwis by 7 wickets in the first T20 and 4 runs in the second T20 and are leading the series by 2-0. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Delimitation of Constituencies Bill 2021 passed in Jatiya Sangsad, giving power to Election Commission to make rules. Country's educational institutes set to be reopened from September 12. Final decision to be taken tomorrow. Not government, BNP itself making upset comments against the absolute truth of history regarding Zia's dead body, comments Obaidul Kader. Hall of mass movement does not suit Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, as leaders and workers of his party have no confidence on his call, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Students from 12 to 18 years of age to be vaccinated with Pfizer and Moderna jabs, says Health Minister. Taliban claim to capture Panjshir Valley in Afghanistan, but rebels deny. Announcement of new government postponed for 7 days. And Bangladesh to take on New Zealand tomorrow in third T20 match with hope of clinching the series. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us.